Every year my family is in charge of putting up the Christmas tree in our local church. Every year my grandpa would come and help until the year he sadly died. So for the first time, me, my uncle, dad and little sister, who was 3 at the time, went to the church alone. The decorations for the tree are stored in the basement of the church, so we went to go and get them. To get into the basement, there are about 20 concrete steps going down into a dark room. But my little sister didn't know this and walked straight through the door and fell all the way down the concrete steps. My uncle and dad were obviously terrified she would have seriously injured herself, or even worse, and went running down after her. But when we found her, she was completely uninjured and unfazed. The scary part of the story is when my dad asked her if she was okay, she said, "Somebody called me."
That is the best ending ever. In 2003, a 9-year-old was home alone playing video games when he thinks he hears his cat meowing on the back patio, so he goes downstairs to let him in. He sees a deranged-looking man standing on his back patio howling at the sky, who then quickly looks at the boy. He grabs a fistful of cigarette butts from the ashtray, stuffs them in his mouth before he starts howling at the sky some more. After the police take the man away, they come back to talk to the boy and his family. Turns out the man had severe autism and lived in that boy's house up until his mother passed away, at which time he was transitioned to a mental institution. He broke out of that mental institution to go looking for his mom, which is how he came back to the boy's house. 15 years later, that same boy is sitting on his same back patio when he starts to hear that same meowing sound, and he looks up and it's the same autistic man walking towards his house. Knowing the man's story, we invites him into his house. The man's face lights up, he runs inside and starts crying. He was finally home. The men become friends, and every week Tom goes home to visit.
Ever use a payphone? Once there were 2 boys in Japan named Kenzo and Tetsuya who loved scary stories. They were online one day when they came across an article about an abandoned suspension bridge, but they could have never expected the terrifying things their curiosity would lead them to. For some mysterious reason, every year people fall from that bridge and their ghosts are still rumored to haunt the area, but none of the boys actually believe this. So Kenzo decided to see for himself. As soon as he arrived at the bridge, he decided to call Tetsuya, but saw that his phone had no signal. So instead, he called his friend from the payphone near the bridge. He said, "Guess where I am right now? I'm at the suspension bridge. There's no signal, so I'm calling you from a payphone." And that's when they realized something was wrong. Tetsuya said, "There is no payphone. I would have seen it in the photos," but his voice started breaking off. Kenzo turned around to see a line of people outside the phone booth, so he said, "Hey, I should go. There's a bunch of people here waiting to use the payphone." But Tetsuya said one last thing that saved his friend's life: "Don't move an inch. Don't get out of the booth." When Tetsuya finally arrived at the suspension bridge, he saw Kenzo standing on the edge of the bridge holding his cell phone to his ears.